Imagine diving deeper than Mount Everest is tall, descending into a realm so dark that sunlight hasn't touched it for millions of years. What if I told you there are fish swimming down there with completely transparent heads? Or creatures that produce their own eerie, glowing lights? Or even massive underwater waterfalls larger than any land-based fall on Earth?
Did you know?
The ocean covers over 70% of Earth's surface. Yet, despite all our advanced technology, space probes, and satellites, humans have explored only a tiny fraction of what lies beneath the waves. Down in the deep ocean, life exists under crushing hydrostatic pressure, freezing temperatures, and total darkness, in conditions that should be hostile to anything living. Yet every single year, oceanographers and marine biologists discover alien-like species hiding in the abyssal depths. Today, we're diving into 12 deep ocean facts. Let's dive in. Fact 1. We've explored less than 30% of the ocean. We like to think of Earth as a fully mapped planet, but the truth is, we have better high-resolution maps of the surfaces of Mars and the Moon than we do of our own ocean floor. Scientists estimate that we have mapped only about 1/4 of the seabed in high detail. Hidden beneath thousands of feet of water are massive, undiscovered mountain ranges, towering underwater volcanoes, deep trenches, and potentially millions of uncatalogued marine species. The greatest unexplored frontier in the solar system isn't light years away. It's right here beneath our feet. Fact 2. The deep ocean is almost completely dark. If you dive into the ocean, sunlight fades much faster than you might think. By the time you reach a depth of 200 meters, known as the sunlight or photic zone, nearly all sunlight has been absorbed. Past 1,000 meters, you enter the aphotic zone, a realm of permanent, pitch-black night where sun rays never reach. Down here, water temperatures hover just above freezing, and life has evolved without the fundamental rhythm of day and night. Many deep-sea inhabitants live out their entire lifespans without ever encountering natural light. Fact 3. Some fish create their own light. How do you survive in a world of absolute darkness? You bring your own light. An incredible 90% of creatures living in the deep ocean are capable of bioluminescence, a chemical reaction inside their bodies that produces light without heat. Animals use this ability like a biological Swiss Army knife. Deep-sea anglerfish use glowing lures to bait unsuspecting prey. Certain squid flash disorienting bursts of light to confuse predators. And smaller fish use faint underbelly lights as camouflage to blend in with tiny traces of light from above. Fact 4. The ocean has underwater waterfalls. It sounds impossible, but the largest waterfalls on Earth aren't on land. They're deep underwater. These massive phenomena occur when cold, dense water meets warmer, lighter water. The cold water sinks rapidly, plunging over giant underwater cliffs on the ocean floor. The largest known waterfall on the planet is the Denmark Strait Cataract, located under the ocean between Greenland and Iceland. Here, cold Arctic water plummets more than 3,500 meters down, dropping over 3 times the height of Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall on land. Fact 5. Pressure at the bottom could crush a car. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, the water pressure reaches an astonishing 8 tons per square inch. That is over 1,000 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level, equivalent to having an elephant standing on your thumb. If an ordinary human or unreinforced vehicle were exposed to this depth, they would be crushed instantly. Yet, life flourishes down here. Deep-sea creatures like amphipods have flexible cell membranes, specialized proteins, and no air-filled cavities, allowing them to swim effortlessly under forces that would flatten solid steel. Fact 6. Most volcanic activity is underwater. When you think of volcanoes, you probably picture towering mountain peaks spewing ash into the sky. But the vast majority of Earth's volcanic activity takes place out of sight, far beneath the waves. Scientists estimate that around 75% to 80% of all volcanic eruptions occur underwater along mid-ocean ridges. These deep-sea eruptions constantly construct new crust, release mineral-rich fluids, and can even form entirely new islands over time. Hydrothermal vents surrounding these active zones spew water heated up to 400 degrees Celsius, creating unique ecosystems that thrive without any energy from the sun. Fact 7. Giant squid are very real for centuries. Sailors whispered tailies of the kraken, a multi-tentacled monster capable of dragging ships into the deep. While the sea monster stories were exaggerated, the creature behind them is very real: the giant squid. These massive cephalopods can grow up to 12 to 14 meters in length and possess eyes the size of dinner plates, the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Because they live thousands of feet below the surface, living giant squids were considered mythical until scientists finally captured the first video footage of one in its natural habitat in 2004. Fact 8. There are fish with transparent heads. Nature in the deep sea gets stranger the further down you go. Case in point, the barrel-eye fish. Discovered living in the twilight zones of the ocean, this incredible fish features a completely transparent, fluid-filled dome on top of its head. Inside this clear skull, its glowing green, barrel-shaped eyes are visible. What look like eyes on the front of its face are actually olfactory organs. Its real eyes are locked inside its skull, able to rotate upward to spot the silhouettes of prey floating far above in the faint light. Fact 9. The largest living structure is underwater. The largest single structure built by living organisms isn't a human skyscraper or the Great Wall of China. It's underwater. Stretching over 2,300 kilometers off the coast of Australia, the Great Barrier Reef is so massive that it can easily be seen from space. It isn't just one giant rock. It's composed of billions of tiny organisms called coral polyps that build calcium carbonate skeletons. This underwater ecosystem supports thousands of species of fish, whales, turtles, and mollusks, serving as the metropolis of the sea. Fact 10. Some sharks glow in the dark. When we picture sharks, we usually imagine stealthy predators prowling warm coastal waters. But in the deep ocean, some sharks actually glow in the dark. The kitefin shark, which can grow over 5 feet long, is currently the largest known glowing vertebrate on the planet. Scientists discovered that these sharks use specialized hormonal controls to trigger bioluminescence along their bellies. This counterillumination allows them to disguise their shadows from predators below, while lighting up the dark to hunt in the abyss. Fact 11. There are lakes on the ocean floor. Imagine diving thousands of feet beneath the surface of the sea and finding another lake, complete with its own shoreline, surface ripples, and waves. These structures are called brine pools. They form when salt deposits dissolve under the ocean floor, creating water so dense and salty that it doesn't mix with the surrounding seawater. These underwater lakes have distinct boundaries and currents. However, they are toxic traps. Most sea creatures that accidentally swim into a brine pool suffer toxic shock from the extreme salinity. Fact 12. The ocean produces most of our oxygen. When people think of Earth's lungs, they usually picture lush rainforests like the Amazon. But the ocean is actually responsible for most of the air you breathe. Microscopic marine organisms, called phytoplankton, float near the surface, harnessing sunlight to perform photosynthesis. Scientists estimate that these tiny organisms produce between 50% to 80% of the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. Every second breath you take was likely manufactured not by a tree on land, but by microscopic life in the ocean. The deep ocean remains one of the last true frontiers of discovery. Every time researchers drop cameras into the dark, they find species and geological marvels that redefine what we know about life on Earth. The strangest creature on our planet may very well be waiting thousands of meters down, undiscovered. Speech balloon: which deep ocean fact blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed diving into the deep with us, leave a like, subscribe to Tina Fact, and hit the notification bell for more incredible facts. Until next time, light bulbs, stay curious.